Hey fellow simmers, welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, welcome on in. We have some amazing news today, so grab your snacks, get comfy, and let's dive right into this because the Sims team announced another massive update that is headed our way. Now, I can already hear some of you out there going, another update? Really? What's so special about this one? I honestly didn't think they could top the last one that we just got, but here we are. That's just my opinion though, and we do need to take a moment to appreciate how consistently the Sims team keeps bringing us these amazing game updates. Ever since the game launched just as a whole, I know it wasn't finished, but we've seen some pretty innovative updates. From new packs and features to these now gameplay tweaks that keep everything running smoothly. And if you're like me, you probably encountered some really annoying bugs and glitches, and let's be real, they really messed up my gameplay, like really bad. Like the time my sim got stuck in a wall for an hour, or I think we all remember when my toddler decided to go for a stroll to the beach alone. Well, the good news is the Sims team has been hard at work fixing those little gremlins. So what does this massive update entail? They are rolling out a massive list of bug fixes that will finally address those pesky issues we've been reporting for literally ages. And we need to remember how involved the Sims team has been with the community. They really are listening to us. That means you and your opinions do matter. If you posted a suggestion or voiced your frustrations about bugs in the forums, chances are they've taken it into account, and they've been gathering feedback like it's the hottest new pack. And they're not just throwing it under the couch. Those suggestions are finding a way into these massive updates. Now let's get into this amazing update that we have coming our way. The Sims team tweeted out, "Simmers, today we have a laundry list with an increased number of community reported issues, including recent reports that we aim to resolve in the next patch for an improved gameplay experience. The dedicated team continues to prioritize community voted fixes with each update. This is our third release in the series, with more planned for the future," which I am so excited for. I am very excited to see what else is to come in the near future. I feel like this is going to be some of the best years yet for The Sims 4. Now everyone, it is important to remember that if you play with mods, remove them from your game before updating. So many people have complained about their game not acting right and this and that, and it turns out to be broken mods. And like I said, we have to give the Sims team some props. They are doing an amazing job lately with giving us all these great updates. I know this list can look a little scary, but I promise you we're gonna break it down a little bit. And this is just the base game, y'all. Talk about a massive update we have coming. Outdoor lighting will no longer affect inside the room through ceilings. Sims will put their tablets and homework back into their inventory instead of placing them in the world as long as they are standing or sitting. The call is not coming from inside the house. You'll stop getting the invitational phone calls from your own household members. Complete a daily work task want now properly completed after finishing a daily work task. Child Sim now has the option to quit their after-school activity. Updating the washer and dryer now completes the nerd brain aspiration. Outdoor shadows now move smoothly without jumping on the screen on ultra graphic settings and at different live mode speeds. Sims will now return from work or school and switch into the same everyday outfit they had on instead of defaulting to the first everyday outfit in the cast list. Infants will no longer stretch when crawling deep in the snow. That sounds like a complete nightmare, and I've had this happen before. Teen Sim is now able to take vacation days while working in the lifeguard career. Event goal UI will continue to show event after editing from the calendar. Become friends with want is no longer observed for Sims with relationship equal or above friends. Likes and dislikes for Sims preferences are now available for Sims created via cast story and cast mode. We do have some things that are affecting multiple packs, so let's get into it. In apartments, university dorms, and penthouses, walls and doors will now cut away properly in wall down cutaway view mode. Vampire scars are no longer observed while creating a genetic-based spellcaster sim, and any scars generated can now be removed. Werewolf and vampire sims will swap to occult form and vice versa after the animation instead of before and during. Nails no longer cause shoulder tears on certain outfits. Cats and dogs and city living are getting a little tiny update. As you can see, really nothing too crazy, but I'm happy they're still going back and fixing cats and dogs. because it is a little broken. Cottage living, oh my goodness, I feel like the fair has been broken for like ever. Finchwick Fair results notification will stop triggering during sports day competition results. Crystal Creations new item highlights on the accessories tab will properly display after checking out the new items. And I love that they're still continuing to update Dine Out. Interactions are now available on culinary pot racks. Remove instances of duplicate menu items in restaurants. Photos of experimental food no longer changes upon adding the frame, which is awesome. Discover University is also getting a little mini update. Sims will return from visiting the law class as a guest speaker in both judge or private attorney branches, whether through the phone or the building interaction. Sims without the active trait will no longer get the trait-related buffs when playing with the soccer ball. Contributing knowledge will satisfy writing aspiration on a research archive machine goal counting towards the senior scholar milestone academic aspiration. Servo's graduation portrait now shows an accurate picture. Eco Lifestyle is getting an update that we desperately need. NPCs will stop stressing you out by constantly making de-stressing decoctions autonomously. And this is like an issue that I have been dealing with for years. Blue void lines are no longer observed in Evergreen Harbor. Stacking Sunrays / Aurora will no longer get stuck loading. And For Rent is getting a massive update, which is really needed because it's been broken for quite some time. We may argue that it has been broken since it came out. Ownership no longer disappears from objects after move household. You can now select and edit wall heights on residential rentals without having to delete and replace walls, which I was having so many issues with this. Work from home Sims in the handy person career will now be paid properly. Hallelujah. Kettle and pressure cooker no longer randomly disappear from inventory. Lot traits and lot challenges will stay selected for residential rental lot units when converted from residential or venue lots, which I know this has been a really big issue. On rental properties, when someone dies, you are now given a headstone or an urn. Get to Work, Growing Together, and Horse Ranch are all getting little mini updates as well. As you can see, nothing too crazy, but we will take what we can get, especially with San Sequoia World Map will properly load into all lots and avoid corrupted white screens, which so many people have been having this issue. I have also had this issue myself. High school years and laundry day as well are getting just a little teeny tiny update. Teen Sims will no longer randomly stop taking exams. This has been like my biggest nightmare. Teen Sims will be able to travel to prom even if principal is not alive. Sims will get paid full amount of simoleons for WFH tasks for Simfluencer and video game streamer career. Laundry day, Sims only has to wash only once, not twice, for clothes to be clean and pristine. Yeah, I've definitely been having this issue. Having to wash my clothes multiple times in The Sims is never fun. Lovestruck is getting the biggest update, and it is needed because it's been broken the day it came out, unfortunately. We have been getting so many error codes. Well, those will be gone. Gallery Sims will now properly appear in Cupid's Corner. This has been an issue just on its own. I've had like no Sims show up on Cupid's Corner before. Sims will have the option to pay bills when they are due. Yeah, that's kind of important. Ghost partners can now go to Cupid's Counseling. Teen vampires can now complete a regular daytime date. Married Sims will no longer propose to other Sims, which no one wants that happening in their game. Ghosts are now available for seductive dances and watch stars and skies with. Oh, I love this. This is going to be so much fun. Dr. June's weather control device will no longer offer snow. Warm winters are here. Love bug and romantically reserved traits are available as likes and dislikes, as well as turn-ons and turn-offs in Create a Sim. When selecting cuddle in bed multiple times in a row on a bed, Sims no longer lock up with their arms outstretched. I am so happy to see My Wedding Stories getting the love that it deserves. You will now be able to pick which sim performs the requested behavior when clicking on the wedding arch and do ceremony activities. This will allow greater control of what is happening in the wedding. After telling guests to do a ceremony activity, they'll stop doing other things autonomously. There are new interactions on the wedding arch that will allow you to set which Sims to sit on either side of the aisle, which is really cool. Sims gather around without getting stuck as the wedding couple dances, you can now sell wedding cakes to local bakers. To sell local bakery action is now available on the wedding cakes. This is so amazing. Take your seats interactions will no longer show up 3 times. I am so happy to see paranormal getting an update because it's been a nightmare trying to work with the paranormal career. Now, Nifty Knitting, tiny update. Legendary knitting will now count for excellent knitting aspiration. Paranormal, more spawners like specters, weird dolls, occult markings, etc. will now trigger during paranormal investigation for occult sims. Paranormal investigation gigs no longer show blank gold bar. Seasons is also getting a little update. Sims will now receive a vacuum along with the vacuum dock as a holiday gift. The lose weight New Year's resolution will now be properly completed. Holiday decoration box will no longer become unopened after moving to another residential lot or residential rental lot. Take those memories with you. Can now complete the countdown to midnight tradition on all TVs. Snowy Escape also getting a little mini update. Fun and social motives no longer reduce while hiking together. Exercise is fun. Tiny living, butlers can now sleep on Murphy beds at their own risk, of course. And last but not least, we have werewolf skin details like acne or freckles will no longer appear on werewolves in their wolf form. I know it's tough sometimes to be patient, especially when we're all itching to hop back into our virtual lives, but trust me, when this update hits, it's going to be worth the wait. So let's get excited, but also embrace ourselves. I'm counting down the days and I hope you are too. What features are you most looking forward to? Do you have any bugs or glitch stories you want to share? Drop them down in the comments below and let's chat. Thanks for hanging out with me today. If you enjoyed this video and want to stay up to date with everything Sims related, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn notifications on. I'll keep you posted on all the latest news and updates. Until next time, happy simming.